Good day time, my fuzzates, and happy Halloween! We are back with Amnesia, The Dark Descent, here with my girlfriend, Melina.
Hello.
Alright, so we're getting closer, I think, or maybe not. This game seems to go on forever. Love it, love it. But we met someone alive, I guess, or partially alive in some respect. And we're going to free him, maybe. That might backfire, maybe not, but let's see what happens. Here we go.
You again. What lever? Oh, that one. So many of Alexander's things are breaking down. Look around. Maybe the other room. There are machine parts hidden all over this place. You'll find a way to fix it.
And I have little behind the scenes fun for you guys. All the thumbnails I get pictures of for my YouTube channel. If you go watch me on YouTube, you'll see all of them. I basically have to replay the game a lot of the times just to get the pictures, because otherwise I have my face in the screen. Beautiful face, but not always good for thumbnails. Yeah, so I was replaying this quicker because I know what's going on. And when it got to more of the monster parts, I did try hiding and whatnot, and yeah, it is me. I am the problem. You can hide from them in rooms and whatnot. I was just rushing way too much. Meat. Fantastic.
I know this. I've been here already. I know this taste. The taste of Damascus rose obfuscating the truth in the dim haze. They may sweep the traces from my memory, but my body remembers. These cuts speak volumes, even though my mind remains silent. They will be back. Oh, they will be back.
So yeah. Okay. So yeah, it is easier to evade than I thought it was. I just like to rush too much. But still, it's not my favorite mechanic. I don't really like the mechanic at all. Because what the monsters will do is that if you close a door, they'll go to the door, they'll break the door, take 2 steps into the room and then leave, which gives you, you can then go behind them and whatnot. Carefully cutting the man down made him think this is how father must feel about his craft. Being an artiste, applying the skill to perform something so delicate grants a certain form of pride. So yeah, to me it's just kind of weird. Because like I said, the monster will go up to the door, break the door down, and then go, I guess no one's here. Where am I going?
Just a little further.
Okay.
It's like Orpheus descending into the underworld.
Are you hiding something?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Your intuition is remarkable.
Oh, great.
I'm not sure I'm following.
It doesn't matter. It's just a myth after all.
But yeah, my bad for before.
12th of
The
August,
mechanics work fine.
1859. Banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to do what is needed. I spend my time helping out the prisoners. Being around these degenerates makes me ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment with any kind of dignity. They taunt me with their lies of innocence and their cowardly pleas of mercy. What can make a man fall so far from the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation. I try to study the different tools in the torture chamber and learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall be ready.
Sounds great, guy. Bucket of tar. No, this is where I came from. Okay. Okay. Some nice armor. All is lost. I must once again start over. Ever since I recovered the orb first found in Agrippa, I have depended on it for my research. The incident in Wilhelm made me most impetuous. Fearing a posthumous of the prisoners, I proceed with the final ritual. Without proper foresight, the orb cracked and fell into 6 pieces. I have tried everything, but have yet to mend the thing. Unless I can think of a way to piece them together, I will have to find another way. There is still life in the pieces, and even if the orb isn't restored, I might be able to salvage some of its power for some other purposes. Centuries have passed in vain, and I began to wonder if I will ever be able to see my love again. How much longer can I sustain my life? Okay, good stuff. Okay. Blasted cord.
Can you mute it for a second so I can roll up the pig?
Huh?
I want to roll up the pig, but I don't want to make a lot.
Alright. Alright. I don't have to do this. Hold on. Alright, muting up for a second. Yeah, good time to mute up for a second. There we go, there's electric sound. Meat. So now I just need the pieces. Yeah, no, ow.
Yeah, I didn't think you would be able to go through that.
Well, you never know. I could dodge lightning. I could be that
Yeah,
good.
Sure.
So now I have to find the 6 pieces, I take it.
Is this your time of missing Daniel? If so, blame yourself. You started this. You sent me that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me? How dare you?
So I've noticed also while replaying it, I get a lot of the story again, which is nice in case I miss it, and I miss a lot. But I guess this is the Baron talking to us for a while now. I guess since the prison, or maybe before a little bit. Which is weird because you have voices of the past, which I think are things Daniel...
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
What an evil, evil man. Okay.
She deserved it, that little bitch.
Yeah, hello.
Me? I'm Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. I was once quite important, you know. Baron Alexander has sustained my soul in this dead husk for years. Who knows how many? Hundreds, I presume.
Very nice. Hmm. Okay. Ladder broke during the ascent? Yeah. Okay. Where to go? Where am I needed? I need to find the 6 pieces of the orb. And yet I found none. The mysterious bearer blocked by the sentinel has a depression. Or the heavy door is blocking the path. I mean, the dying man seeks a note written by a man named Jameson. To the intersection of Shannon, Bees and Lashan. In the torture rooms, 2 lovers. The 4 not working properly. Great.
Ah, you get it.
Yeah.
Father is quite impressive in many ways, but he has grown impatient.
I'm sure he has. Or final ritual. Hmm. Was there anything up here that I missed? Hmm. Here we go again. So looking in rose oil. Hmm. Okay. I obviously missed something. But what? Hmm. What is the meat used for? Meat must be used for something. Hmm. Too good a shape. This is no good here. I need something more. What more do I need? What more can I get? Hmm. What am I missing?
You probably have to go somewhere to look for stuff, right?
Yes, that's how this game is. Okay.
Is there any doors you haven't discovered?
If I hadn't discovered them, I don't know. That's the problem. I think I went through everything.
See if there's anything behind there. Like that, behind that table. Nothing?
No.
Like, yeah, no, don't tip that.
No, never. Okay. Because the one door seems to be a thing. Is it diary? No, these are all mine. The one guy wanted a note, but I haven't seen any other notes around, unfortunately. Spit across his tongue, he swallows excessively to consume every drop. He looks through the window at the whispering wind sunset. Will it ever end? He thought.
Whatever it takes. Was there something else? Why me? I'm the next best thing. Alexander really wanted none other than Johann Bayer. You never heard of Johann Bayer? That is good to see. Bayer was my pupil. My pupil. Yes, I do take pride in that fact. Is it so wrong? I found a Mithraeus province, one which had not been plundered. Do you know Mithraeus? I suppose it doesn't matter. It is an old faith, raising temples out of caverns. The dark walls being the universe, and inside are its followers. Humans watching the sky slowly tire. But the followers do have one thing to allow them real sense of connection, creation. The forms. Not many orbs are left. They sometimes consume themselves or break, then used by an uninitiated. I was lucky. The orb I found spared my life and returned to where I found it.
There we go.
I know because Alexander took it and brought it to Brandenburg.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so what?
Bayer was a brave man and dared to proceed where I did not. He unearthed a number of cavern temples and gathered a whole collection of orbs. Unlike every other finder since
Something.
Hmm?
It did something.
Yeah. Maybe that was the above stair? Or the thing above?
you get it. Me, powerful. Not the way I hoped for. I've done all that I can to escape this prison.
Yeah, sorry, man. You just keep talking. I'd love to hear you, but
Isn't that the way you came from?
huh?
Isn't that the way you came from?
Yeah, but there's an area up here that the machinery didn't work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There we go. Alright, took me a minute. That's a tricky puzzle. Having to look up to a trapdoor.
Daniel, you have gone too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
So apparently the shadow is following me, with me and whatnot. And he wants to stop
How
me.
are things coming? You got the doors open? Good going. I knew you could do it.
Yes.
Oh, I think I used something on there.
Huh?
There's nothing at the end of the rope on there. Unless it's supposed to be just roped down.
Might get...
Think you reached it?
Something died inside him that day. Watching the man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle. Oh, this is nice. Maybe not step on that. Or that.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Oh. Got the first piece. Yeah. Aldern torture techniques are terrifying.
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a madman! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
No, please! Do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! I'll do anything! I'm innocent!
The arsenic kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler. It didn't take much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. Great. So is there just no orb in this chamber?
Look around just in case.
There we go.
I think every room has a piece.
Hmm?
I think every room has a piece.
That's what I figured. Can't all be in the open, I guess.
Right, you got that door done the middle part.
Yeah. Go on up. On a Thursday. The kidnapper sat on his knees with his hands tied behind his back. Her back. Oh. She felt her hands being lifted, and her body followed. Her shoulders gave out away to the weight in her own body, and it cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Yeah, not good. Okay, let's go out of here. Pleasant stuff. Ooh, another one of you. Is it you, my love, I miss the most? It is you, my love, I miss the most. It is perhaps myself. I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am not a monster. I am a monster to them. A demonic sultan, perched on a dark mountaintop. There's little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time I must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Controller. Is this it? There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get out of the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have similar approaches to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence, where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care is not put into breaking the victim, they should not be a problem. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, there should not be a problem. But it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right step to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed. Proceed by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then to continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse fear. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more effective for the process to be sustained. Also apply the pain in doses. If possible, the breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike again once. Wait for the pain to subside, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to proceed. Vintage and stature. The blood with the properties Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victims don't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again. Amnesia. I think the amnesia drink. So, I think the amnesia drink is also what my character Daniel drank then, before waking up where he was and having to make his way down. So was Daniel part of this fully? Because I believe I know. Wait, which way did they come in from? Where did I go? Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe? He found the orb. He went to the Baron for help. The Baron tried to help him get the orb away. And now the Baron has the one orb, which the shadow is connected to and wants back.
Was there something else?
No.
You seem to have found all the wall pieces used in the transfer. Go to the choir and find the rest.
I want to check out this way first. Channels and Weva taught me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my effects, and still he insists on releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such lack of compassion in the seat of power disgusts me. I cannot bring myself to part with Agrippa, as he is and has been for centuries my only link to the worlds beyond. Weaver claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but he needs me to give him Agrippa first, so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I could happily oblige. But how am I to part with him, if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Rippo without killing him. Waver told me to feed him a tonic made of a paralyzer, vintage, and temper. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland of a large specimen. The choir seems to be a fertile ground for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents, with a proper tool. The vintage could be extracted, as usual, from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need a large amount to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Temper, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it is a property of a Serenchen in the water-dwelling Kerik. I will have to address Waver for this. With the he will supply me with a host. Also, a property prepared well should suffice to contain it. Oh yeah, here we go. In court, the Order of the Black Isle spew their policies at each other, while I sat quietly in place, willfully forgetting once in a while someone will notice me and lose themselves in the silence core before regaining their sense. They all know I am the one and only Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to founded this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. Good story, bro. Hmm. Fire entrance. Carefully pin the man down, opening him to think this is how my father would feel of his craft, being an artistic artesian. Come on.
15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry. Alexander. You must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come. Please, I didn't do anything. Pick the man, cut the lines. Pick the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the all? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain.
So yeah, we're not exactly innocent either, I guess. Okay.
Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes. Get her back.
The men had secured the prisoner. The ritual began. Oh boy, oh boy. It's okay. Dying time of the day, watching the man slip away.
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yep. Hide and wait. Now when it sees me.
Well, you kept pulling out the light.
Yeah, because I didn't know where I was going.
Yeah, but if you have to hide away, you gotta sit still.
Yeah, but not when I don't know where the monster is. Is that it? Oh, that is it.
We got
Huh?
thing in the middle.
Yeah, the Iron Maiden. That's was used by Iron Maiden. What?
Can't
Oh, now you remember what I'm supposed to do.
No, I couldn't remember if we had to use that as a hiding place at one point.
That's a terrible idea. You'll get
That's a hiding place.
you'll get sticked.
Rather
By
than
all
not
the
get
nails.
slashed by a monster.
There's no monster. The monster doesn't exist.
Probably getting close to it. Maybe crouch and
Yeah.
look around.
Oh. The creator did not know what to think of the brass bowl when he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat and fire began to singe his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was his tomb. He screamed in pain, echoed inside the brass chamber, and traveled through the complex instruments, which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear a brazen bull howl. Oh, terrible, terrible things. Where's the orb, though?
Maybe you're supposed to put something in it? Hide behind it. I don't like that noise. Maybe crouch in it too. I don't know. Check the inside of it now?
Well, I activated something.
Okay, maybe not.
I don't know.
See him?
Is he on the couch?
I think he's on the steps.
Dang kitty. Being all freaky and all that.
Be careful being in the middle of that room.
Yeah.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
Two, three, four, five. The murderer's limbs were tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly, but with intent. So the rope secure around his legs, stretched and cracked with the bones. He no longer had the strength to scream. The two men looked at each other knowingly, took the hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. Jeez, that's a big hammer. I also don't have any more lantern oil. Woo. Yep, insanity's starting to take me. Oh, there he is. Well, guess we gotta go back to the cow room. Oh, there it is. Hiding on us. Let's get out of here. Whew. Such a filthy thought. Good men can closer cheer, can safely cheer. Stay together. Grand, grand, grand. Careful sailing. Drowned him. The fear that had begun to drown him again. He reached once more. Hey, Faye. The thick liquid spread across his tongue. He swallowed excessively to consume every drop. He looked through the window at the widespread forest in the morning sun. Will this ever end? He thought. Ah! Okay. That's fine. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please come back tomorrow for another video. Or watch Pink Fuzzy live on Twitch.